Hello everyone, watch this review here with a look at Logan from the Wolverine and the X-Men line. Haven't really followed the cartoon. I tried watching a few episodes, didn't really think it was all that cool, but saw this in stores. It's only $1, so I decided to pick it up. Actually, they also had the X-Force, X-Factor gear, or whatever, the black outfit for him. It was also on sale, but at the time I passed up on it. May or may not regret it later, but thought it'd be a neat little one-off item with his little snap-on claws. Hold on a second, I'll get him out of pack. So yeah, this actually is pretty neat. One of the reasons why I kind of held off just even giving the series a serious look was when I was seeing a lot of the figures in stores, they kind of were lacking in the articulation department, but design-wise, some of them were really neat, like the Colossus, where they kind of opted for a larger torso and everything. Magneto I didn't really care for because it just exposed too much of the face, but this figure is pretty decent except for a neck joint, which I don't really like. It actually boasts a surprising amount of articulation that works well given the design of the character. Well, not so much a surprising amount, but just a really natural looking torso joint. That's the big surprise. At any rate, it looks like the figure does draw really heavily from the source material, and it looks like it kind of stays faithful to the whole style of animation, which is kind of interesting in itself. If you remember the X-Men the animated series, which ran in the 90s, it kind of had this this tendency to have oversized like torsos and stuff, where like everything above the waist would just be a lot wider than everything below the waist. This seems to take it to a whole new extreme where the legs just look so crazy thin for the upper torso, but hey, it's still a really cool looking style and design. Now, given that's kind of more of a kid's toy, and also that's just based on a more simplistic art style, some of the things just kind of look kind of funky, where we have like the dog tags here, which given that's just going straight down, it looks more like a necklace with like a pendant or something, but I would assume those are his dog tags. The face does leave a little bit to be desired. Not a lot of sculpting or stuff here. The paint's really flat. The expression's kind of meh. The other problem is, again, head not on ball joint, so he's always kind of looking down, which does suck somewhat. Now this comes with, I guess, snap-on claws, which is a kind of nice touch just because you have a detachable look. Only downside with this is the fact that the elbow's kind of on more of a ball and socket where it only moves on this actual line besides rotating, so you can't really pop the arms up, so you can't get a really cool looking sort of leaping with claws. Plus you'll always see how he's holding the claws with that, but I guess it's not too big of an issue. The other kind of thing that I just have a little problem with is just the shape and design of the hands itself, where they just look kind of large for the figure, and I notice they sort of do that in a lot of smaller figures where they have these oversized hands. Really not sure what's up with that. But yeah, a quick run through of articulation. We have a ball and socket here at the elbow. Again, no side motion because it's not like a real ball joint. Full ball up at the shoulder, no problems. And head only rotates, which is kind of a downer. Lots of range in this torso here. It's kind of neat. Now when it goes forward a bit, you can see that it's sort of on some sort of flaky rod or something. I don't know what to describe it as. And then we have a ball joint here at the hip. Awesome range of motion. I mean, kind of absurd range of motion. Look at that. Some awesome kicking power. Single joint here at the knee. It's kind of cool too because it's really sculpted, so you can kind of see the kneecap there. This almost looks like it's double from a distance. And then a pin joint here at the ankle as well, so just pins. All in all, really neat. Fair amount of posability for what basically is a child's toy, because this series did seem like it's more geared towards children, but, I didn't watch it, so I might be kind of getting the wrong impression. I only caught like maybe half of one episode here, and then Hulk versus Wolverine, which looked like it was based in the same style, but, I could be mistaken, but, really decent looking figure, decent style. I kind of do wish I had picked up the other look as well, but, that ship has gone and sailed, no bigs. And honestly, having more than one thing from a line like this kind of ruins the appeal, because, it's more of a novelty item than anything else, and when you have, like, a lot of these, a lot of the appeal just kind of goes out the window, but, I picked it up, I think it's pretty cool. Whoops. And I think that's my cue to end the review, but this has been a look at Logan from the Wolverine and the X-Men series, possibly still available in, just like smaller retailers and stuff. Until next time, folks.